with the blur effect going on, it like makes you a little fuzzy.
Yeah.
Hello, stream.
Good evening.
Oh yeah, my shirt from Polish Festival.
I approve.
Yes. It means cheers. Let's see. Forgot how to pronounce it. Hang on. This is bothering me now. CD.
What I'm hearing is Kat might start speaking Polish.
I don't actually know Polish.
I know. If my
from
Okay, I think we're good now. I don't know what happened there. That was real weird. There we go. They swapped again. Yeah, I think we're good. I don't know what happened there. That was really weird. I opened Google and it crashed. So I guess I won't be opening web pages.
Yeah, at least not for right now until we figure out why it's crashing.
Not zdrowie.
Okay.
By the way.
Very nice.
Zdrowie? Yeah, I think it's that one. Polish is weird. It's really something very, very difficult to teach yourself because it's like along the same lines as like Russian. I tried.
Mm-hmm.
I can say the words real well, but like any little thing in the sentence changes the ending of them. It's bizarre.
So you can say, I have a chicken to, I want to shoot you in the face.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello again, stream. I'm sorry that it died, I guess. I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Sure.
All fine. Everything's fine. Nothing has gone wrong this week.
Right?
No.
Nothing at all.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
One of these days we're going to do the one shot we were all destined to do and have an Oops All Sombra play.
I mean, we could. What's that look for, Dengle?
Huh?
What was that look for, Dengle?
I mean, if you really want to, it won't end well.
If we do that, it's just going to be a straight fucking and just fucking around and just touching all of the technology.
Yes.
Smack, 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 smack.
Sneak into a NOS den and just wreak havoc.
Nah. Black Site 27.
Yeah. Oh, that would be a fun raid. We would die, but that would be a fun raid. Yeah. Anything we want to go over before we start?
I'm hoping that my dog shut up. That's what I want to go over.
What? What'd you say?
I'm hoping my dog shut up here for a second.
Oh. Well, I can't hear them, if that helps.
Right, but they're outside. Because, you know, it's not like 117 degrees.
Right.
So, like, let them be outside for a minute.
Yeah. For sure.
But now they're barking because, you know, it's 9 o'clock at night.
Yep.
And you're not out there with them.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, step away for half a second while you guys talk, and I'll let them in. It's fine.
Yeah. All right. Well, do we want to get intros and stuff done?
Yeah.
Hey, I got the right thing this time. The intro was actually the right intro.
Hey!
Good.
I did it!
Yay!
So we're good to actually start now.
Yeah, we're good. Everything's set. Everything looks good.
Okay. So, some introductions. I'm Dengle, the Storyteller. Tonight should be fun. In a very World of Darkness kind of way. If any of this that we run into affects you in any way, in a negative way, please make sure you're okay before proceeding. And that goes physically, emotionally, mentally, or spiritually. We don't want to cause you any undue harm. And because it is World of Darkness, things pop up from time to time. Let's just be honest. So if you do have to skip, it's fine. We do recaps. We usually do pretty decent recaps. Joining me this evening is Faye playing Gladys.
Hello.
Buttons playing Rose.
Guten Abend.
And Nen playing Edgar.
Hello.
So it's been a minute, but we're back.
Life sucks and things happened.
Pretty much.
A lot of things happened, yes.
So much stuff happened. But we're good. We're back. And we need this.
Yes.
Yes, as a collective, yes.
We say that now.
That's fine. I don't care what happens tonight. I needed to play.
So what happened last time?
All of the shit.
Something about dogs.
The damn
and a
butler.
werebear. Yeah, the damn butler. There was.
I'm getting flashbacks to Laura Croft.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that was the thing. There was a werebear maybe.
Yes.
And a bunch of silverware in an abandoned house, and we got paid an egregious amount of money to do something which we knew was too good to be true.
Will be paid. We have not been paid yet.
Would have been paid.
Yeah, there we go. That
Because then we were creeping around a house that we were directed to and got knocked out as we found something. Yay!
Yay!
And they all rejoiced.
And they all rejoiced. So, shall we hop into it?
Sure.
Yep.
So I need rouse checks. Oh wait, wrong
What?
game.
Am I rousing my sanity?
Yes, actually, as a matter of fact. I need sanity checks as you wake
Oh,
up.
I shouldn't have opened my mouth.
Once rolled, I will explain exactly why.
1 success.
There
Do
is
crits
one.
count on sanity checks?
Yes.
Oh, wait, it's
Okay.
you roll unspent or unbroken sanity or whatever.
It is unspent willpower.
Oh, yeah, still the same. One fail. Or, I mean, one pass.
I got 6 on a crit.
Okay. So that goes down to 5 because you take just a static -1 to this. However, everyone else, you actually do drop sanity by 1. Um, Rose, it's very jarring to wake up like this, but all of you are being fed on. It is, although it's jarring and it's traumatic, it is near blissful. Feels wonderful. And after a couple seconds, each of the individuals that were on you pull off, and the butler is sitting there. Now, I hope you don't mind, but we made a deal with our neighbors. Well, even if you don't mind, it doesn't really matter because you're here now. I hope you don't have anybody that is looking for you because they'll never find you.
Rose is just sitting there giggling the whole time.
Gladys is probably close to hyperventilating.
Now, how many of you know that vampires are real? Because you should probably know that now. No, good. We already got one that's cracked.
Do you like mine? I've been told mine's a little spicy.
What? She's staring at Rose when she says that.
Now, we'll try to keep you alive for as long as we can. We're not ones to really cause too many issues in this department. We like to take as few as possible. And when you're right there, they'll finish off, not them, not the masters.
Right, don't you guys have a thing about affecting another, what do you vamps call yourselves? Kindred's stuff?
Yeah, they call themselves something else. For us, they're still vampires. I'm still human. I'm actually not even one of their toys. I am, however, getting paid extremely well to make sure that everything goes swimmingly.
Why are you working for them?
I'm greedy.
Oh, so you actually had a choice.
Oh yeah, but $40,000 a year, and they pay me everything that I need. Why would I not? If it makes you feel any better, the Grimaldis are gonna be nicer than the Bradoviches.
The Grimaldis and the Bradoviches. Oh, I'll remember that. Okay.
Yeah.
Would Gladys know those names?
Go ahead and give me intelligence and occult.
5 with the crit.
You would at least have seen references.
Does she know they're connected with the Zemitzi?
That's where the reference comes in. Don't know exactly what they do, but definitely knows the clan they're connected to.
I already dealt with one of your fucking people in the first place. We don't need to deal with more.
Wait, what? We dealt with them before?
The vampires, the kid, whatever.
Yeah, there's lots of different kinds. What do you mean?
The cow farm. He wasn't very happy about that, just letting you know.
Is that why they picked us?
Kind of. A little bit.
You should keep better track of your people then. He was going nuts down in the caves.
Oh, it was fine.
Say that, but he went nuts and got pushed into a fire pit.
Right. But in the meantime, he was, destroying livelihoods. And eventually they were going to sell to us. And then we could have a large farm like this. But instead, we're still sitting here.
Oh, you're bad even for bad. Okay. Fuck you.
No, thank you.
What? That's the one thing you won't let him do?
No. You're not my preference, I'm sorry.
You just sound like what's his face.
I'm sure they're wonderful. Anyway, now you sit tight. I don't think you have much of a choice. And by this point, you have realized that you are strapped to effectively like a padded cross. Arms are out, legs are tied to the table. You are at a slight incline, so you can see what's going on without picking your head up. And you're along one wall, and then you can see down each wall. There's 5 more on your side and 6 on the other.
They filled?
They are alive. Some are a little bit paler.
People are actually on them.
Yeah. Some are a little bit more pale than others. One looks to be in pretty bad shape. Now, hang tight. We'll make sure that you stay alive. We'll feed you. We'll give you water and all that fun stuff. But don't expect to be around for too much longer. Goodbye for now. And he walks out, and you can hear the metal door slam behind him.
Gladys is going to try and freak out and try and squirm out of it, not really caring if she hurts herself doing it.
Okay. You can try to give me a dexterity and larceny's not quite going to get it. Athletics isn't quite right. Let's go dexterity and resolve to see how long you struggle for.
Okay.
You struggle for probably 10 or 15 minutes before you're just like, this isn't going to work. They're so tight that it's almost cutting off circulation to your arms, like the lower half of your arms. And it's around your thighs, so it's not like you can squirm out there either. but it's around your elbows, so you can move your wrists somewhat freely.
But no way to reach the buckles or anything.
No.
Can I go take a look and see what exactly is strapping them down?
For Gladys, it is just like leather straps. Rose has leather with a metal band around it, and you can kind of feel through the leather strap on yours as well that there seems to be a little bit reinforcement.
Were we like stripped down, or do we still have anything on us?
You are still clothed, however, everything else is not there. And the clothes that you do have, the arms are ripped off. But to keep you somewhat comfortable and somewhat warm.
Yeah, I didn't mean like stripped bare, just like a really well done pat down.
Yeah, they have taken everything off of you.
Okay. We need to get out of here. We need to get out of here. We need to get out of here.
Oh, really? Thought we would stay.
You're funny.
Why don't you stay then?
From the other end of the room. Just give up now.
Why?
What is wrong with you?
I don't know. My head feels funny. They do that. It's a thing that happens. You get kind of blissed out when they feed on you. I think they fed on me a little too much. It'll wear off in a little while. It's usually like this.
How long have you been here?
Me? About
No
a
one
week
else
and
is
a half.
answering me?
About a week and a half. The rest of them, they cut their tongues out.
Oh, why'd you
I'm
get to keep
next.
yours?
Because I shut up. And you can see him kind of pick his head up. And it's late 40s, maybe. The guy looks like he's salt and pepper hair. Very, 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 very pale at this point. And he's like, I watched him pull you in. The older guy there, he even in his even while you were knocked out, you were fighting, so good job on you, but it didn't work.
Yeah, nightmares do that to you.
Yeah, I'm sure one of them will come in, you'll see him with a black eye. You did that.
Good.
How long do people last?
You
About
really
2
want to
weeks.
know?
When they start cutting parts off you, that's when it's. You got about 2 days after that.
Ugh.
There has to be a way out.
There was a way out, I would have figured it out by now. Just lay back and let them do what they're gonna do to you.
Nah. Not how we do things.
Oh, I don't want to end up like this. No.
I have bad news for you. It's end of the line, last stop. Can I get everyone to give me a
No.
wits and awareness?
Two.
Six again.
Two.
Okay. So 262. Gladys and Edgar don't hear it in time at the very least. Rose, you hear a very slight hissing sound. Kind of like what happened at in the attic. What would Rose like to do? Because you have enough time to react.
Rose is going to hold her breath and throw an alarmed look to the others.
Which it's a bit too late for them. Stamina and resolve for you two. And then Rose, I'm going to need one for you to figure out how long you hold your breath for.
1.
4.
So Gladys is almost immediately out. Edgar, you actually stay awake long enough to pretty much see everyone else pass out.
It's pretty stubborn, especially right now. I'm going to burn a willpower to reroll some of this.
Okay.
4.
Okay, so you hold your breath for about a minute. About the time that Edgar passes out. And then you're not too long after that. Then you're out for who knows how long. However, when you come to, it's immediately a just blood-curdling scream. As one of the people on the other side is currently being carved into. And Edgar, you're going to take just a static 1 penalty to this. Sanity rolls, please.
Including Edgar?
Yes.
4 with a crit.
Okay, you're able to hold your stuff together enough.
2.
So Edgar failed that?
Okay, so both of you lose 1 sanity.
Hey, guess who's at 0?
You shouldn't
That's fun.
be. That -1, did you take it to your dice roll or to your sanity?
Yeah, it would have just been dice roll at this point.
Oh, okay, so Edgar's at 1 sanity.
Okay, perfect. And then Rose, you are down to 4.
No, my sanity is higher than that. I'm at 6.
Okay. Gladys is at 3. However, you currently have 4 edge, so keep that in mind. And as you sit there and watch what's happening, you see them pull the pieces off of the individual and put them on a very small, like almost Coleman grill in a skillet and like cook it very quickly and then just start eating it. And they turn around and they just exude something's wrong with them for both obvious and not so obvious reasons. And one gets real close to Gladys, actually.
It's gonna try and flinch away as best she can and just
And he holds
tuck
up
her
a
head.
piece of. He holds up. Holds up a piece of meat, and it's like, you want a bite?
Mm.
Oh, are you sure? It's better than the slop that we usually feed you.
Mm.
And I'll go over to Rose and be like, how about you? You look like you've had to do things before that you probably don't want to.
I'd rather have a bite of you. Get some of that vitae back.
Oh, let's give it time. That might just happen.
Yeah.
And then I'll go over to Edgar and be like, and you, and I'll hold up your hand with the missing finger. You know what that feels like.
What the hell?
You sure you don't want to know what it tastes like?
No.
Oh, you're no fun. None of you are ever any fun. And he'll pick up the knife and he'll stab it into the chest of the individual they just carved some stuff out. And unstrap them and drag them out of the room. And the butler comes walking back in. It's okay. It'll be a couple days before they're back in to do that again. Feeding time, by the way. I apologize. It's not the best tasting, but at least it's nutritious. And they come in, and how much are you going to fight getting fed? Just out of curiosity.
As much as she can.
Rose is going to actively try to bite anyone that tries to get close to her.
Okay. Then Edgar.
Edgar's just going to refuse to open his mouth.
Okay. So this is the fun part. They come in with hoses, like medical style. And they go to the end of the room. They start working their way toward you guys. And they get to Edgar first, and he doesn't open. And he doesn't open his mouth. And they're like, open your mouth. I assume you just sit there.
How much does it look like they're going to try to pour in?
However much they feel like.
Edgar's going to keep his mouth closed.
Okay. And then another one kind of comes over and it's like, open your mouth. And can I get an intelligence and resolve, please? The difficulty is 3.
All blanks.
So, like, you want to keep your mouth closed, but it just instinctively opens. And they shove the tube down your throat. And I'm sure you probably bite it halfway down, realize that's not going to work, and just let them do what they're going to do. And they dump stuff in, and you feel full-ish. And they pull it back out, and it's actually a lot more gentle than you would expect them to do. It's still traumatizing, don't get me wrong. But it's not as physically traumatizing. And then they go with Gladys, and they're like, "Are you gonna fight us too, or are you just gonna let it happen?"
I think she would try to struggle, but it's not like she can stop them from like even grabbing her neck or anything like, or her face or anything like that.
Yeah. So they try again. Same person comes over and says, "Are you really gonna make me do it to you too?" Then one of the bigger guys grabs her chin and rotates it over, and like holds her eyes open. And they're just like, "Open your mouth." Intelligence and resolve, please.
This is not a bad pool for me, actually.
Same difficulty.
I'm burning willpower. I shouldn't, but I'm burning it. Two!
So
I had
you
7
struggle.
dice! 7 dice!
Yeah,
And then I rerolled 3 of them.
you struggle a lot more than Edgar does. It starts to open, and then they just kind of like put their fingers in and open it for you. And then tube goes down, you get full, I don't know, somewhat full. And then they move to Rose.
She's just grinning like an idiot.
They're like, "Are you going to comply, or are we just going to just jump right to the chase with you?"
Can we make a deal?
It depends.
Don't shove that tube down my throat. I'll eat on my own.
How about we put the tube in your mouth? Because this is all you're going to get to eat.
You mean I can't have any of you? I want the blood.
No. We don't have the special blood. We have special blood, but not the special blood.
Oh, you're no fun.
We can bring them in here and we can feed you that over the next 3 days and see how that happens.
Maybe I'll have more success than the last person that tried it.
Oh, we will. Because if it doesn't take, we'll just eat you. So do you really want to play that game, or are you willing to just let us do what we need to do?
I made the deal. I'll eat if you don't shove it all the way down my throat.
Okay. And they actually undo the hose from the funnel, and they just kind of like stick the funnel in your mouth and slowly pour it in. And it takes 10 or 15 minutes. And it tastes awful. It's like half coagulated fat and like corn chunks, along with some like ground up rice and bread. It does not taste good. It does not. Texturally, it's awful too.
I think I used to feed this to the pigs. Ugh.
You're not wrong, actually. We do feed this to the pigs. And then we feed the pigs to the dogs.
You guys are funny.
Well, livestock is to be treated a certain way, and you're livestock at this point.
Yeah, but I'm not your livestock.
Well, you're in our
Really?
barn, so
Yeah. Is it spicy at least? Please tell me it's spicy.
it's not what he said.
He's always been a liar.
And they just kind of like grab their stuff. And pack up and head out, and they don't actually shut the door all the way this time.
Night.
And you three are there, still strapped down.
We can see the door.
It's cracked open about 4 inches.
I think Gladys will try and fight again, even though she knows it's not going to do anything.
Okay. Dexterity and resolve yet again to see how long you fight before you realize it's not going to work.
She realizes. But...
I'll pick out the crosses we're strapped to.
Why do I have to roll well for BS rolls like this? 4.
You don't struggle as long as you did last time, because you realize you're just going to have the same outcome. And then to answer your question, they seem to be like 4x4s. So you'd have to be exceedingly strong to be able to crack through them.
So there's no give if she tries to like rock her upper half back and forth.
No. You get more give on the base of the actual table.
Should I give it a try still?
It will be a difficulty like 11 if you want to try.
Strength and wilts.
I'll give, if you're going to just try to straight out break it, it'll be strength and athletics.
If you can hit that.
You want that edge?
I can't get that even with all crits.
So you said there's leather straps and then there's a metal band over the leather strap, yes?
Yes, for you and Edgar. Yes.
Lovely. Is
And
the metal sharp or is it kind of dulled?
It's probably sharp.
Can I try it to work down the leather straps? Twisting the leather part of the cuffs against the metal.
You can do that. Eventually, it'll just cut through the leather, and will probably cut you at that point. But you can do that.
How stuck are we to the ground?
Very.
how far away are we from each other?
There's probably about 6 inches between the tips of your fingers. All right. Go ahead and converse between yourselves. I've got a child to take to the bathroom.
Yeah. What is wrong with you right now, Rose?
I'm playing dumb in the hopes that they'll relax their guard.
Looks like they've been at this a while, so I don't know how well they'll relax their guard.
It's what time is it? It's only been like a day, right?
We have no idea. We've passed out multiple times. Like, we have no idea how long we've been out. We need to find a way out.
Wait, where's what's his face? The guy you were talking to.
He didn't.
Quentin.
Was he in the room with us?
Yes, he was.
Oh, he was. Oh shit. I
Where's
don't know. He's
Quentin?
not here with us. He's not talking. At least.
So, if we've been missing for any significant length of time, surely he'll get suspicious, yes?
He was with us when we passed out.
Was he?
Yeah, that's what Nen just said.
No, I'm in character. Rose probably
Yeah, he
wasn't paying
was.
attention. So if he's not with us...
He was with me. You and Edgar searched and he was with me.
Yes, but I mean, he's not with us right now.
Who knows? Maybe he's further down and just not talking.
Mm.
We need to find a way out. We can't be here.
And we won't be forever, one way or another.
I don't want to die. Not like this. Not like this. Not with these fucking vampires.
Yeah, that about sums it up, doesn't it?
I'm sick of this.
Hmm. You know, I'm a little surprised you came back after that break.
Yeah, I almost didn't. I almost didn't. No, I'm done. I'm tired of dying every time we go out or almost dying.
I mean, isn't that kind of what we signed up for?
No, I didn't. I told you guys from the beginning, I don't do field work. I will make you shit, and I will be back up, and I can know things. I didn't sign up for this.
Well... You seem to know a bit about the people that got us occupied. Is there anything else you can tell us besides their
They're
semi?
what is the whatever vampires make ghouls? They're a family of them. I don't know. They're weird. Both of them are just families of them. It's like lifelong families. I don't know what they do. They just do. They're not like normal people who get ghouled.
So we're talking like generations of this or something?
I think so. I don't really know what's the difference with them. I just know they're different than the normal ones. Question for the storyteller.
Uh-oh.
Where is Quentin? Is he with us? Do we see him?
He is at the other end of the room.
Hmm.
He has been a little bit more compliant. Let's put it that way.
Gladys was just explaining the little bit she did know about the Tzimisce Revenant families.
Okay.
That's all I know. They're connected to the Tzimisce, and they just. I know they each do something. I just don't know what they do.
Dogs. Bradoviches.
Yeah, they both had dogs.
Bradoviches take care of the dogs. Take care of the warhounds. Grimaldis are scientists. And this is Quentin from the other end of the room.
Well, you sure seem to know a lot.
I know enough.
Did you know what we were walking into?
No, if I knew what we were walking into, we wouldn't have walked into it. They didn't have any of the signs.
The signs.
What signs?
So the ones they keep for the public to see apparently don't have the same mutations and same physical characteristics as the rest of them.
It makes sense.
They're all inbred. So, with that it comes, well, issues.
Care about those ones. What's the scientists? What do they do?
Everything that you would expect somebody that works for them to do.
Why did you just give up?
It's not necessarily giving up. It's biding time until I can figure out what the hell to do. I don't have the metal band around my arms, but I've here and there been trying to get out, and I can't move.
You
Rose,
can't
I've seen
either.
you do this, Gladys, I've seen you do the same thing. Rose, I've seen you try to work that metal band into the leather. It's probably not going to end well. We need a plan. If one of us can just get an arm free, we'll be fine.
Was the guy who was talking to us still there, or was that the one they carved up?
No, he's still down at the end. He's kind of chuckling right now.
And what's so funny?
You don't think I tried all of the stuff that you're trying?
Difference between you and us is you're not us.
Oh, kind of like saying the difference between black and white is you're not, well, you're not of the different color, whatever that color is. It doesn't really matter. You're still a color. You're still a person. You're still not getting out.
And how far did you get?
Until I stopped trying to get out of the restraints. I couldn't even get out of the restraints.
Did you see anyone who did?
No. I don't think anybody's ever gotten out of here.
I don't want to die like this.
I don't think anybody wants to die like this. but get used to it, make your peace, and move on.
I got better things to do than get eaten by. Yeah. So, let's not think about the I don't want to die and think about what we've got to work with.
Are our bags anywhere visible?
No. Now, go ahead and give me another wits and awareness, please. And that goes for all of you.
One. My
Really?
dice hate me. They hate me.
It's okay. Out of a pool of 7, I rolled a grand total of 3, and I'm not spending any more willpower right now.
That's
Edgar
probably
also
good.
don't- Edgar also only got one.
Okay. So Gladys and Edgar are preoccupied. However, Rose, with your eagle hearing, you can hear through the door. Well, maybe Charles was eaten by the bear. Who knows? Just let him go. Let him be. It's not like we're gonna miss him. Does
Rose yells,
anybody?
Rose yells
Mhm.
out, "Who's Charles?"
Mm-hmm.
And actually, a relatively. Well, actually, it wasn't you that saw. It was Gladys. No, it was Rose. A very familiar individual comes in. It's like, that is none of your problem. You're here because you decided to stick your nose into places that it wasn't supposed to be.
To be
Oh, you
fair,
mean
we
like we
were
were paid to do?
invited.
Right, but once you run into things like us, you run away from here on out. Do you understand?
It's not like we can run anywhere. So come on, who's Charles? Let me have a little fun before I die.
An insolent child.
I'm
An
good.
insolent child. Oh my goodness, what did this insolent child do? Did he kick your dog?
Oh no, if he kicked the dog would have ripped his leg off. Simply put, he decided his way was better than ours.
His way.
Probably a better way then.
Oh, do you have a runaway?
It's fine. Children do that at points. They'll come back eventually.
Are you sure about that?
Ours always do.
I don't know about that. He was running away, so.
Right. Give him, I don't know, 5, 10 years. They always come back. It's what
He was.
happens when you have eternity.
So are you one of them? One of the vampires?
Oh, well. And he'll look back at Rose. I believe somebody knows the answer to that question.
Hi.
Would you like to take a guess? And you can see, like, his eyes are extremely bloodshot. He gives off a just exuding, just fucking creepy, plain and simply.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah. Yeah, you are.
Oh, good. I don't have to. Well, maybe I should show you what I can do.
It's okay. We saw enough at the cow farm.
Oh no, that's that's beginners trickery. Have you ever seen someone's leg fall off without anybody ever touching it? Have
Think
you
so.
ever seen
Like, actually,
I
I don't think so.
I
have you
mean,
ever
yes,
seen
several times.
Oh
without
yeah,
explosives?
you're talking to the wrong person. If you really want horror, you gotta swap war stories with him.
Oh, we want to swap war stories. How about war forums? I can call my child in, and he can give you quite a show.
It's okay. I've had enough shows in my lifetime already.
But he rather enjoys cutting up mortals. Something he shouldn't enjoy as much as he does, but I don't blame him. I do too.
I have something you've probably never seen before.
Is that so?
You took my bag, right?
I didn't, but it's around here somewhere.
Did you open the box in it?
Huh, no.
Bet you haven't
We
seen it
don't
before.
open random boxes.
Bet you haven't. That's just something you haven't seen before.
I'm sure it's not.
I don't know. That was a pretty
Huh.
wild one.
I don't think you've seen it.
I can retrieve the box and open it in here if you want.
Sure.
I'm sure the markings on the side aren't, I don't know, very old and very occult.
But you said you haven't seen it.
Oh, the box I've seen, not what's inside.
Don't you want to know what it
Mm.
does?
Not particularly, no.
Yeah, they're not the rash ones.
No, you're looking for Bruja or Gangrel.
I was thinking of something else, but sure.
Just thought you guys like learning things.
Oh, well, we're not Tremere either, so. But it is a good bargaining chip. Thank you for reminding us. And you mean the Ravnos.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh. And how would this little birdie know about them?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe I need to start asking questions. What's your name again?
My name is Rose Collins.
Hmm. Well, Rose Collins, I believe I have some calls to make. Figure out why you know about that clan.
Shouldn't it be obvious?
Right, but I'm just trying to figure out who you know in that clan.
If you figure it out, let me know. I've been trying to
Oh,
figure that out for years.
I will. Anyone else have any knowledge they shouldn't have? Then Quentin kind of raises his head and is like, I know a lot about you. Not you specifically, but you in general. He's like, oh, good, you're the next on the list. Anyone else?
No, it's mostly just been me.
Good.
He's
Good.
a new acquaintance. for our little
I know
party.
enough.
Oh, good. Now, if you would please be quiet and be respectful. Having a conversation out here.
Maybe don't talk so loudly then. We're bored in here.
It's fine. And he'll creak the door closed. And it is actually going to be fully closed. And you can hear the mumblings. And then at the very end of the conversation, you hear him yell something. Can all of you give me a wits and awareness?
4.
You hear it
2.
clear enough.
3.
Edgar does not. And Rose does not. But Gladys can get certain context clues.
Okay.
Might be Samuel. Might be Sandra. Might be Cyril. Who knows? Stand by the door. And then it goes quiet for hours.
And the door shut.
Yes.
So tempted to yell about the box again. Just trying to gently work the cuffs back and forth, not like violently, but trying to like slowly stretch the leather.
Anyone else doing anything?
Rose would probably at some point start humming to herself once she sees Gladys fiddling with the cuffs, and then it would get a little bit louder to try and cover up the clinking or the creaking of whatever she's doing.
Okay.
Like, I wonder if she can turn her head enough, like, to try and get it wet, even if she just like spit on it or whatever, because wet leather's more pliable. But I don't think it's gonna fix anything or change anything.
No, however, you can turn your head and you can get a good look at it. Would you like to give me a roll?
Yeah, I would. What am I rolling? Intelligence and academics? Or
Whatever
craft?
you feel. Probably craft, to be honest with you.
Okay. And this is not a weapon, though, so only 3 dice.
No.
Good start. Good start. 3.
Okay. You notice that your struggling is starting to rip the rivets just a little bit
Okay.
from the table.
Okay.
They seem to have not thought you much of a threat, so gave you probably one of the older ones.
Okay. The minute she hears the door open, she'll stop struggling Oh, I don't have any subterfuge. She'll just kind of stop struggling when the door opens.
Okay. And Rose, yours seems to be banded the entire way around. So, like, there's not really a way for you to do the same thing without, like, hurting yourself. However, you can absolutely keep working at it and try to see what you can do. And then, Edgar, is there anything that you would like to do?
How much noise is Gladys making?
Not
She's
a lot.
this time around she's not struggling like violently. It's a more calculated one. Give me just a minute. I will be right back.
Okay.
Edgar is going to try to make as much small talk as he can with Rose to try and cover up the noise.
Okay.
Rose
I
will
assume.
oblige.
Yeah, and I assume with everyone that's able to talk, willing to talk.
Mm-hmm.
This put. Sorry. And at this point, Quentin's engaged as well, understanding what's happening. And you talk about everything from like what your plans were to like childhood stuff to bullshit. As Gladys is doing her thing. Like I said, hours goes by. Literal hours goes by. And then the door swings open yet again.
Instantly stop and just kind of lay there.
And the individuals that walk in this time are obviously not mortal. And they pick people at random. And I said there was, 8 on your side, plus you 3, plus 6 on the other side. So 17. Okay. 1 second, please.
Oh. What a scary roll. Hikata appears.
Welcome, Hikata.
So, Rose is fed off yet again. So, a sanity roll for you, please. With a static -1. Quentin is fed off. As well as a couple other people.
Two.
You will lose yet another sanity, please. However, you gain yet another edge, so I believe that brings you up to 5. Okay.
That's our cap, right?
That is the cap, yes. So any further sanity loss is just sanity loss. And then they just leave silently. You do get a good enough look outside, and the same individual that was talking to Rose is out there and is flanked by a very bald individual got a goatee. It's really creepy looking. The door slams shut yet again. You all are just left there. They shut the lights off, and you do all eventually go to sleep. And you are woken up, specifically Gladys and Rose are woken up, and Edgar, um, by tube being shoved down your throat. And you are fed.
She'll obviously choke a little bit, but she won't actually fight it this time and just kind of lay there fairly limply.
Yeah. And they do the same thing. However, at the end, they pick another person out and they do much like they did the first time. Cut a piece off. And this one you can't see. However, you can hear it. So can I get sanity rolls? However, this one's going to be a little bit easier to pass. And Edgar doesn't take the minus.
Gets 1 die anyway.
2.
Okay. You're good.
3.
You're good.
Nope.
You got 0? Okay, so what does that bring your sanity to, Edgar?
0.
Okay, so I have this in place for a reason. You are going to get a temporary insanity that I will arbitrarily assign to you that actually makes sense. However, more importantly, you will drop. What is your manipulation at currently?
1.
Okay. No. How about your composure?
That's a 2.
Okay, that will drop to 1. And let's see here. What would be a good phobia for Edgar to have?
Not seeing your food prepared.
No, I think it's something more along the lines of claustrophobia in this particular instance, or the fear of small spaces and restraints. So something kind of cracks in Edgar, and he starts freaking the hell out. So much so that they have to physically restrain him and make him calm down, as to not have him injure himself. And once he's finally like half like normalized, they do inject him with something, which puts him in a very agreeable state. Doesn't put you to sleep, however, it calms you all the way out. And then they kind of go through, do wellness checks, and we'll be seeing you guys again in a couple days. Hopefully your friend is going to make it that long. I know it's going to be hard for him.
Oh, and y'all thought I was no fun.
Now, sit tight. We've got questions. And they leave. And the butler comes in, sits down. Kind of looks. So, Rose.
Hi.
We did some digging.
Ooh, what'd you find?
We found your mom.
Wrong person.
Right, but in proxy we found her Domitor.
Yeah, slimy bastard. Are you gonna kill him for me?
Oh no. He's on his way here.
Oh boy.
He wants you back.
I hope you reminded him that that worked so well last time.
Oh, I don't think he's going to try to bond you or ghoul you. I think he's going to eat you. So you just need to stay alive for about a week. Think you can do that
good
for
luck
us?
with that. Good luck with that.
I mean, we can put you into the cell over there and give you a bucket.
I mean, you could, but you wouldn't be very gracious host if you were doing that, now would you?
We're not Zamitsu. We don't care about hosts. And being gracious and nice and kind. And sorry, we don't play by those rules.
And I don't care. I'm just keeping you talking because I'm bored.
Good. Quentin, we found some of your friends. I don't think they're going to be talking to you much. Even if you do happen to make it out of here some crazy way. Sorry. And then Gladys.
Won't really acknowledge him. Just kind of lay there like she was.
Who's Gareth?
Yeah, he released me.
Oh. He does good work. You know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kills werewolves and fey creatures and a couple mages here and there. A couple vampires. There was that one, though, that kind of got away. It's a shame, that one, isn't it?
Yeah. What you mean?
Yeah.
Wait, hold up. Mages are a thing? Oh yeah, that's right. Mages are a thing.
Yeah. Yeah. The, we know where that one is. We can make a deal if you want to, and we can let you out of here. We'll give you time to think about it. Then he grabs the chair and storms out and slams the door yet again.
He will immediately get back to working on that one wrist.
Meanwhile, its door slams. Quentin's like, son of a bitch.
Oh, it's open again? Then she stops.
No,
Oh.
the door's still closed. But Quentin's just like, son of a bitch.
What's the matter?
Well, they killed my wife.
So sorry,
I guess
Quentin.
it's kind of just job hazard at this point, I guess. Still doesn't make it okay. And how are you coming with your thing? Your plan?
How was she coming with it?
Give me a wits and survival, actually. If you have survival.
One.
You think
I
you're
had
doing...
one survival, but I rolled one.
Okay. You think you're doing okay? It's definitely more loose than it was before.
I hope it comes into fruition before one of us are killed.
Oh, I think they're going to try to keep us alive as long as they can to keep bothering us.
Hi.
Edgar, how you doing over there? Okay, he's alive. That's the important thing.
You freaked out. Oh my goodness. You didn't hurt yourself, did you?
Why is everything so colorful?
Oh, they gave him that.
It's like pitch dark, Edgar. You can barely see
Not to
right
me,
now.
it's not.
Let him live in bliss for a while. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm sure that's not gonna hurt us at all.
Eh.
What's a Ravnos?
Ballsy clan of bloodsuckers that likes to move around.
Great.
That's all I know about him.
And you belong to one?
No, that's the point. Tried and it didn't work. Now I'm trying to get him back for what he took from me.
She's just gonna turn back to doing what she was doing.
You know we got to get out of here, right?
If you have a plan, I'd love to hear it.
Well, once your thing actually happens, I would honestly get Rose free first if you can,
Yeah, that's my plan.
and then me, and then we'll figure out what to do with Edgar.
I don't know. We need to find our bags. If we find our bags, I can at least do something.
Yeah. What's in the box?
Something we hope you never see.
Yeah. It nearly killed me.
Nearly killed a lot of us.
Then why do you still have it?
Because we don't trust anyone else with it, right?
Because I can use it for shit like this.
That too, I guess.
Good to know. So, what's the plan next time they come in?
I'm not gonna struggle anymore. I don't want them to realize what I'm doing.
It's okay. Between me and Edgar, I'm sure we can keep their attention.
Yeah. More so, I'm sure they're probably going to come in and do more questions here in a couple hours.
Yeah.
Are we going to answer the questions, or are we just going to keep ignoring them like we have been?
A healthy mix of both?
So, feed them a line of bullshit. Got it.
Yeah.
Guess it depends on the questions.
We need to keep them happy enough that we don't die.
Okay.
But also curious enough that they keep coming back.
Okay. You keep doing your thing. I'm going to, I guess, sing or something. I don't know. I'm going to make a lot of noise.
I could
When I
start.
stop, somebody else has got to take over.
It's okay, I know some songs in French.
Well, if nothing else, they'll be annoying.
I know plenty of songs.
Yeah, why did you sing?
Edgar's immediately gonna start singing.
What kind of songs?
Really depressing songs about life in the trenches.
Perfect. After about 15 minutes of it, the guy at the end that's saying "give up" every time somebody talks. It's like, would you just shut up? God,
What does it matter? You're dead anyway.
you are too. Just
See, the songs are fitting.
Yeah, but at least let me die in peace.
There is no peace on Earth. That's the point of the songs.
Nor goodwill toward men. Congratulations, we've debunked Christmas.
Never got a normal Christmas.
I would
Good.
rather go out fighting than sitting there giving up.
Tell me a good
So
reason
you
to
do
go
what
out
you
fighting.
want, but you can just leave us alone then. And I'm fighting because I refuse to give up to things like that.
Okay. That's fair, I guess.
Think about it this way. If we actually get out and then die fighting, at least we die faster. I'm saying this for his benefit, Gladys. We're not going to die.
Yeah, that's the thing. So yeah, a couple hours this goes by, and Edgar apparently sings a lot longer than initially anticipated. Um, Eventually giving way to Quentin, which his is a little bit more upbeat. His is more gospel style music. And then finally Rose, and I'm like in the middle of one of Rose's songs. The lights flick on, and you don't know how long it's been. And the door swings open, and some more maybe vampires come in. They look like they've been in a fight. And they kind of look around, and a couple latch on a bit further down, and one comes in. They kind of look around, and they kind of like lock eyes with Gladys, and like, yes, you.
He's just gonna lay there.
And he feeds. It's not a whole heck of a lot.
Like what?
It's not a whole heck of a lot. And then the one that bloodshot eyes and all that fun stuff comes in and just looks at Rose. I have to see if the rumor is correct, and latches onto you as well. Can I get a sanity checks from just you two?
Three.
Two.
Okay, you both are okay. This go round. And then Rose, can I get stamina and resolve, please?
It's not a bad pool. Sure.
It is a test of 3.
Okay. I am going to burn a willpower to reroll that.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about. 5.
Okay. So you only take 1 aggravated damage. It could have been more, obviously. Gladys, you're fine. any more feedings from you, though, it's probably gonna have to do the same thing. Same thing with Edgar. And they all leave, except for the maybe leader. You don't know exactly what he is. And he kind of looks at all of you. He's like, well, that one, he points at the very end, is next on their list. Apparently he's being annoying. And it's the guy that's been telling everybody to just give up. And then it goes to, and he goes down the line and picks another one, then picks another one. And then finally, and this is just for this week, and he points at Quentin. Your last.
Oh, come on. He's my singing buddy.
Right, but they don't like gospel music.
Just
What kind of
what we were
music do they
feeling.
like?
I don't think that any of you can speak Polish.
Speak French.
Right.
French, German, and Dutch.
Oh, so
Hebrew.
close.
Kind of.
Right.
You could always teach me. I'm a quick study.
Or we can just not.
Oh, but that could be so much fun, though. Serenading you as you eat. Dinner and a show.
Oh, well,
Very
tell you
popular.
what. Tell you what, we'll ship you off to Detroit and let her teach you. How about that?
I haven't been to Michigan in years.
What's
I promise you,
What's there?
you don't want to find out. She's older than I am, by far.
Ooh.
And much, much, much scarier.
Oh, but that means if you ship me up there, she might be able to kill what's his face for me.
She won't. Probably, unless he does something stupid, which he might.
Of course he will.
Anyway, have a good rest of your day. It's almost morning. And he turns and he shuts the door politely.
Rose is just gonna pick up where she left off singing unless someone else tries to catch her attention.
If she's singing in French, Edgar will join her.
That's great. Not even the same song, just joins her.
Oh no, Rose will switch to whatever Edgar is singing.
I don't want to break OBS again. Can someone look up improvised gear and see if there's anything that it would do here? I also have frugal.
Right. I don't think because you don't have your things.
Well, that's what frugal changes. I think, well,
Right.
somewhat. That's why I wanted to see if there's any use it could have here. I don't think so, but I don't have the book, and last time I opened something, OBS crashed.
Yeah. I don't... Because you also can't really move your arms that much, I don't think it will.
Right. I don't think so.
However, when you get out, which may or may not happen, there'll be a roll.
Right.
Just says you're able to construct most items out of trinkets and tools you carry, no matter how bare the location.
Okay.
Requires you to bring whatever container of bits and pieces, but as long as they bring it, they can apply the edge anywhere.
Okay. And frugal is you can just make changes on the fly without costing a round,
Yeah.
I think. Or without it's
So-
like
That's what
it's fine.
I just
There's
read
nothing. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing it actually changes here. Can she work at it a little bit harder without making more noise than the music is doing?
Yes. So, what we're going to do here, because my stuff's back there, so I don't actually have the list. Hold on a second. Never mind, it's really, really far back there. So, I'm not going to do that. Give me intelligence and resolve.
Three.
Okay, and then give me another one.
Four.
Okay, so it takes all of the time that you've been awake, plus all of the rest of the time. Then you wake up again, and it's quiet, and you are working back and forth and back and forth and back and forth until finally you get just enough free. And it is pitch black in here by this point.
Just enough free to give her
To be able to
it
actually
loosened?
move it. Yes.
Okay, so it hasn't popped out.
Right. But now you can kind of like smack against it, and it will come free. You know how this works.
Okay. He's gonna give it a couple of minutes because she did, like, this is shortly after she woke up, right?
About 45 minutes. Obviously, you don't know if anybody else is awake, and nobody knows if you're awake, and nobody can really hear a whole lot. Would you like to give me a wits and awareness?
Yeah, she
'Cause
might
I know
actually follow
what-
that.
Yeah,
What?
I know what the thought is, and part of it.
3.
Everyone can at this point. So you got 3. There's a 3 there as well.
4.
4. So Edgar hears it first. Because everybody is awake at this point. For varying amounts of times. Edgar hears it first, and it kind of sounds like a crash. And then everybody else hears like metallic clanging against maybe stone. And then Rose specifically, but everyone, give me a resolve and composure.
1.
1.
2.
Okay. So, Rose, as the door swings open and slams, you jerk against your restraints, and the metal does finally get through and cut you just a little bit. Not too bad. Edgar, you start freaking out a little bit because, well, you realize where you are again. It's not super bad, but it's bad enough. And Gladys, your arm comes free because instinctively you just jump and jerk against it.
Oh shit! I was hoping to go backwards. Damn it.
And standing in the doorway is a semi-bloody woman. She looks kind of fuzzy, though. It's kind of weird. And she's just like, get out.
Reach over and do the thing.
And she goes through and she like rips all of the bands off of everyone that still has them. So Edgar and Rose, you are now free. There is wood splintering, and the people that can get out do. There's a couple that just collapse onto the floor. They're not getting out.
What about the guy who wants to give up?
He kind of collapses on the floor and he starts walking out.
Gladys is going to go help him.
You grab him and you help him to the door at the very least. And you get out into what is apparently the main room, and it's just lined with cells. It looks like an old-fashioned, like, dungeon, really. It's all like hewn stone, metal bars, sliding gates. It's very, very, very old school, kind of archaic. There's, for lack of better terms, extension cords with like drop lights.
Seems a bit over the top, even by their standards.
We need to find our stuff.
Yeah.
And the woman comes out at this point. She's back to a person. She's like, sorry. I got a little bit angry there for a second. Your stuff. And she kind of goes and she kind of sniffs everyone.
Gladys will flinch back when she gets close, knowing kind of from Gareth's stories what she is.
Yeah. She does sniff. She kind of starts sniffing the air, and there's too many smells in here. So she just starts going systematically through some of the doors. And there are a total of 7 doors in here.
You could just like pick doors and help if it would go quicker. And Rose will start moving towards the whatever nearest door there is.
So I need everyone to just roll me a single dice and figure out who gets the success.
1. I rolled a d6. Unless you wanted a d10.
Yeah. D10.
Sorry.
Got success.
Fail.
Fail.
Okay. So sorry. Edgar is actually the one to find where they are holding things. Rose, you find I guess kind of where the puppy nursery is.
Are there any dogs in there?
No, not currently.
We do not need more dogs in this game, okay?
We have the one.
And Gladys hates it.
She'll learn to love it eventually.
Not after this game. Not after the state.
Rip.
Gladys, you find the kitchen.
Ooh.
It
Ooh,
it absolutely has a body on the prep table.
of course it does. Is there anything to make fire with, though?
There's wood,
Is there a stove?
of course.
Hmm. Well, I don't think the wood would burn that quickly, right?
No, not really. It is
She's gonna
pine, so it burns quick, but not like super crazy quick.
she'll turn to the woman. Did you get them all?
The ones down here, yes, I did.
And the rest of them?
Well, some of them are sleeping still. It would be foolish to try to storm the castle in the middle of the day. Or in the middle of the night, rather. Sorry. I know what I was trying to say.
Why did you help us?
I don't like them. I got sick of standing by and watching, so
Standing by and watching.
yes, they have been trying to drive me out of this area for months now, and I kind of got fed up with it after the last attack. I pushed back. I decided to really push back.
I feel like I'm missing a little bit of context that you might have, and she points to Gladys. But anyway, I'm grateful. Anyone find our stuff yet?
Right here.
Oh, cool.
Gladys is gonna rush to her bag and see if the box is there.
The box is there.
Is
It
the
has
Fate
been.
still in Edgar's bag?
It is. Seems like all of your stuff is in all of your bags, actually.
Okay, good.
He's just gonna kind of like clutch it to her.
Yeah, the box, though, seems like it has been chained to Hellenbach. It is able to be freed, but it will take some serious doing.
Turn to the bear. Can you get this off?
I can, but it will probably break the box.
Then don't do that.
We have the workbench back in the vehicle.
It doesn't help if we get surrounded now.
I'm not going to just leave you alone.
I don't trust you. I don't trust any of you things.
It's fine.
Oh,
You don't have to trust me. But know I'm better than they are. At least you don't stink like some people. And she kind of eyes rose a little bit.
not by choice. Trust me, I want him dead.
Alright, but you still smell like it. So.
Well, do you know a way to make me not smell like it?
Yes, you just don't like it.
What? Lay it on me. Try me.
Well, killing you.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't like that.
Yes. And I would rather not do that because I don't think that you were here by your own will. I think it's something that they forced upon you. So right now we have the same enemy. I'm trying to take away their food source. In any way, shape, fashion, or form that I can. Now, does everyone have their things? And Quentin grabs all of his stuff and puts it on apparently was holding a couple more items that you all didn't realize. Some small circular items with pins in them.
Oh, is there any bottles of alcohol?
No.
Well, I mean,
No.
Edgar's private stash, though.
No, that's gone. That's the only one that's actually gone.
Yeah.
Because they absolutely would just drink it.
So there's no lighter or anything? No matches?
No.
I didn't think so. Anything that could be slightly useful in the kitchen other than the wood?
There's obviously like knives and stuff like that.
Nothing else, though?
Not particularly, unless if you want to swing a cast iron skillet at someone.
I mean, as tempting as that is, probably not.
Probably use some knives to sharpen some of those logs into stakes.
Do you want to spend an hour doing that?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I was just going to grab a thing and light it on fire.
Okay, that works too.
So if everyone is ready, we will move out of here and make sure that you get back to wherever you need to go so you can leave. Okay?
Fire log. But yes.
Yeah. So you bundle up some firewood. And you exit the dungeon. You find that you are far up the mountain. You can see the house that you were captured at. You can see the two mansions, or manors, or whatever they are, far off into the distance. Then it is probably about noon right now. Sun is far overhead. It's warm. Then you realize exactly how A, dehydrated you are, and B, drained of energy you are. All of you will take 1 die penalties, except for Rose. You will take a 2 die penalty to any physical checks that you have to make because you got fed on the extra time.
Mental stats are good.
Mentally, you're a little bit foggy, and it'll take you longer to do mental things, but you're good enough.
Okay. Our trucks are down there. If they didn't move them, we left them in the house. We don't have another way out.
Well, let's go get you your trucks, shall we? Then she'll lead you down to the house, and she'll give the house a wide berth. Does anybody want to go into the house and get anything?
No.
Tempting, but no.
Yeah, I mean, it's tempting to grab some of those books, but no.
No, Silver's the way to get paid.
I mean, you have a lycanthrope-like creature. Silver's probably not the best thing in the world to have around them.
Yeah, that's why we'll come back for it later.
Sure. So you continue on. And you are led through the woods. And she just kind of turns to you and just like, you do realize that you have to go toward the Radovich Manor before you can go to the Grimaldi Manor, right? That's how they have it laid out.
What do you want us to do about it?
Be ready, because I'm sure they have their dogs out by this point.
Great.
I hope that you all are good shots.
Aye, aye, Captain.
She'll pull out her crossbow if it's there.
It is.
We only grabbed a couple of bullets.
Yep. I believe you said about 10.
5.
5. Okay.
I have it written down. Look at that,
And how
notes.
how much extra ammo do you think that Rose and Edgar would have taken?
Probably a good bit. Rose likes to stay stocked if they're going out in the middle of nowhere. She's been out in the middle of nowhere and
I got 50, 60 rounds. Like a small. However
Okay.
many rounds fit in the box.
Well, a single box holds about 40.
Okay, yeah, that'll work.
So Rose has a couple boxes on her, and Edgar has a couple boxes on him. So please keep track of that. I will say each magazine holds 10.
How easily can we get up trees if we need to?
It kind of depends on how you roll. They're climbable. They're not. It's not like a step, like or a ladder or anything like that. But they're climbable. So you continue on down through the woods, and then inevitably you hear the woofing and the snarling. And it absolutely is getting closer and closer and closer. And she's just like, I will take care of the people. You take care of the dogs. Okay? And Quentin chambers around. And the hopeless guy, he kind of holds up a kitchen knife because that's all he's got. I assume everybody else gets ready for whatever it is they're going to do. And she changes into a bear, which is weird. Even if you've seen it before, it's weird. Then she runs off into the woods, and you can hear a couple of dogs yelp. And some yelling happen. Then it's quiet for a second. And then, well, actually, Faye, what do warhounds look like?
Big old, well, these ones are big old floofy, angry creatures. Like what do you say? Mix of several different, like, mastiff breeds, mostly the Tibetan Mastiff, probably some Danes, and maybe some other, like, wolf-looking dogs. They're just a big mix.
Yeah, I think I specifically said the ones that shone through the most were Tibetan Mastiff and Great Dane, so huge and fluffy.
Yeah, they're scary looking.
Yeah, they're a little bit scary.
Yeah, those are the ones we agree that this family has. Or this branch
It seemed
of it.
fitting. It seemed fitting for geographical origins. But 4 of them come running out of the tree lines. I would like to know what everybody's initial reactions to that is.
Anyone take a shot?
shoot.
hold up the crossbow, but not shoot it yet, because she knows the other two have better shots.
Okay, so please remember you are taking a 1 die penalty to these shots, please. Or 2, depending on who you are.
Four.
Burn to
Okay.
willpower for 5.
Okay, so Edgar drops 1. Rose hits 1 solid, and Quentin follows up and finishes it off. Once it gets a little bit closer, still leaving 2 of them. You can see one is going for the hopeless guy. 100% just going to pounce on him. And then the other one is going for Quentin. So which one would Gladys like to try to stop?
Does Quentin see the one coming for him?
It's coming from like the side. So maybe. And the hopeless guy absolutely sees it. And he's just kind of like, he's panicking at this point. Like you can see that.
Yeah. Thanks you. Oh boy. Good for Quentin. For the Quentin one.
I'm going to try to save Quentin.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make your roll, please.
Oh, my super fantastic roll here. Oops. 2, 3. Was Dex and Firearms?
Yes, please.
Oh,
That'd
right.
be a
Minus
1
1.
die penalty.
1.
Okay, well, the bolt sticks into him, making him falter and making Quentin be able to jump out of the way. However, your other friend meagerly tries to fight back as it lunges on him and makes quick work. There wasn't a whole lot of saving to that one. If
I wouldn't have been able to do anything anyway.
maybe.
Probably. I got 3 dice to roll.
So, next round, I assume shots all around.
Yep.
The one that's distracted by hopeless guy.
Okay.
Four.
4. Okay. It will jump directly at you. It's a good shot, but not necessarily good enough to down it. And it got 5. So while you wing it pretty good, it has latched onto you, and you take all of that as superficial damage. Because it's trained to do exactly that. So it will absolutely hit you at your most vulnerable if it is close enough. What would Rose like to do?
Now that it's Rose wants to take advantage of the fact that the beast is latched pretty solidly onto Edgar and try and take a shot at it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that, please. It won't try to dodge.
3.
That's good enough. Edgar, it falls on top of you as it latches onto you. You're both on the ground. It's not moving. You still are. So congratulations. Quentin will take his shot at the one that is in front of him with a bolt sticking out of it. What would Gladys like to do?
Shoot again. 2.
Okay. So between you two, you will put it down. However, Quentin will definitely get snapped at, so he might take a little bit of damage. He will. Not quite as much as Edgar does, but he gets bit pretty hard. And once that happens, the bolt goes through the neck and it stops moving rather quickly. These are absolutely the biggest, meanest looking dogs you have ever seen in your lives. And Edgar, can I please get a resolve and composure roll?
Two.
You start freaking out again because you can't move. You feel like you're trapped. Your wits rolls will take a 1 die penalty for the rest of the day.
Can Gladys retrieve the 2 bolts that she shot?
Yes. They are these steel bolts, right?
I believe I said that yes. It was either the steel or the aluminum.
Okay.
I think
Either
the
way.
aluminum because they went faster.
Okay. And they were lighter, so
Yeah.
either way, you can. And after all of that happens, the bear comes limping back. It's been injured quite severely. She's like, I will help you get to where you need to go, but I will not be able to go much further than the Brodovich. I'll make sure they don't follow you. Anything past that is absolutely going to be 100% on you, though. So please just take care of yourselves and move quickly. It's getting later in the day, and I don't know how much sunlight we have left. Then you look up, and a couple hours passed.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
And she leads you to just outside of where the Brodoviches actually are. And she turns to all of you. This is where we park. Head to I think it was east. Pretty sure that's the way I'd said it was going to be. Go get your things and leave as fast as you can. I'll make sure that the gates are open and broken so they stay that way. I will make sure that these don't follow you. Run as far and as fast as you can from here, please. And she kind of turns without saying too much more. And Quentin's like, I am going to take her advice. And he will actually start running through the forest.
Yeah.
Start moving.
Let's get moving.
All right, so stamina and athletics, please. With a 2 or 1 die penalty for everyone.
So do I roll no dice?
No, you still get to roll 1.
I succeeded.
2.
Edgar also got 2.
Okay. So Quentin gives out rather quickly. He doesn't even make it a quarter mile before he slows down and can't run any further. And he's like, I'll catch up. It's fine. Go. So he's going to arrive last. And then Gladys. And Rose and Edgar, you keep pace with each other. Making sure to like clear paths and make sure there's no like traps or anything. But eventually all of you make it to the edge of the Grimaldi Manor. And it is dusk. It might be dark enough for them to wake up. You're not 100% sure. Now, how would you like to proceed?
Rest and try to get to the plus quick.
Yeah.
Do it.
So you're going to storm the castle?
It's such a bad idea.
Just the garage of the castle.
While she's like half jogging, can Gladys be trying to unravel that chain?
Dexterity and larceny, please.
That's, it is. 2.
Okay. You get one of them. There are 3 locks.
Okay.
And you can get one about halfway across the courtyard. However, about that time, because I assume that nobody's actually being overly quiet and chains rattling and all that fun stuff, you hear a, there they are! And a shot is fired. Good news, none of you have to roll. Quentin gets winged with a shot.
Oh no, nothing.
Now, how would all of you like to proceed from here? Because obviously you're getting fired upon. You're not 100% sure as to from where.
Can I, as we go, can I attempt to perceive from where we are getting shot at?
That will be your entire round to do that.
That's fine.
Wits and awareness, please.
Okay.
Or investigation, if that's better for you.
No,
I'd-
wits and awareness is going to be better.
Okay.
Yeah, wits and awareness is going to be better. 2, 4, 6.
Inside the castle, at the very, very top, there's a parapet that you can see a scope sticking from. Well, I guess
Can Edgar figure out where the best route to keep in cover is?
Probably getting inside is going to be the best way to keep in cover. And at this point, you might be able to jump through the dang window if you wanted to. That much I will just give you. How would you like to go about making this plan work?
Did Faye freeze?
No.
Oh
I
no,
was
you were
petting
just
Zava.
leaned over. Sorry,
I was petting Zava.
You were the frame was just so still. I was like, is she there?
Charge your window and jump through.
Okay. Give me. Is your athletics or brawl better? Please tell me it's
Both
your
the
brawl.
same.
Okay. Just for the comedy factor, go ahead and give me strength and brawl. As you jump, you're like trying to butt smash this thing.
I got 2, but I'm going to burn willpower just in case.
That's probably a good idea. Would you like to know the number to shoot for?
Got 3.
Okay, so you jump and you butt smash and you smack against glass and it cracks all the way up, but it does not shatter. One more good smack and it probably will, though. So, Gladys.
Yeah. Oh, that hurt. Yes.
What would you like to do?
Continue doing what she was doing.
Okay, dexterity and larceny, please.
4 with the crit.
Okay, you get another one off. Easy enough. Quentin opens fire on the window that Edgar bumped into. It's like, that's a good idea, and just started firing at him, like shooting all the way around him. And the window does drop. Now, next round, what would everybody like to do?
Sleeping.
Yeah, I figured as much. Go ahead and give me that roll.
1.
You do not get the lock off. Would you like to spend a willpower to try to make that happen?
Yeah. No, but yeah.
What does that bring your willpower to?
2.
Okay.
Nothing changed.
Nothing changed. That's
Can I spend?
unfortunate.
I don't know if I should spend an edge.
You can, or you can spend another willpower on top of that willpower.
If you spend the edge, you might break the box.
It's true. It's true.
Just don't roll a 1. You're fine.
Oh, God. I don't... It's mainly just a threat, but I don't know if it's worth it. Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Oh, God, this is painful.
Yeah. Don't roll a 1, don't roll a 10.
I'm not
On a
spending an
10,
edge.
Oh,
willpower?
willpower?
Willpower.
Okay. Okay.
Ah, I got another one. So 2.
Okay. So it does pop off.
Okay, thank God.
Then you're to the edge of the house. What is Rose doing, and what is Edgar doing?
Edgar's calling for Rose and Gladys and try to get their attention to the window and jumping in.
Rose is going to try and take out the sniper up in the parapet.
Okay. So it will be a sniper versus sniper shot right now. How many are you rolling, just out of curiosity?
With the 2 dice penalty, I'm rolling 5.
Good luck.
It's what she'd try and do, whether she succeeds or not. 4.
Okay. Roll again.
Okay.
It was a tie.
Still 4.
You get winged. You take 1 superficial.
I got the well, no, that's technically not a supernatural force, is it? Since it's a gun.
No, it's not.
Dang. Oh well. It's okay. I'm fine. It's all fine.
Do you hunker down and not proceed toward the house? Or are you...
Nah, she'll keep going.
Okay.
She'll just soak it and keep going.
There will be one more time that you can do that if you want to. However, Quentin jumps in. Edgar, you help Gladys in Edgar climbs in. And Rose, you get to the edge of the building. If you would like to make that one more shot, you absolutely can.
She absolutely will, just to be petty. I'm going to spend a willpower to reroll that. Probably shouldn't, but it's something she would do, so let's go for that. Okay, there we go. That's 5.
He's spending all his willpower, by the way. Okay, well, spending all his willpower because he's like, this is going to be the last shot that I get for you. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He smacks you in the leg pretty good. You actually take a full aggravated damage off of that one.
Ugh.
It's not going to be long-term debilitating, but for the short term, it's going to be difficult for you to walk. So a dexterity to dodge and or jump is going to take another die penalty.
Great. Wonderful.
It's fine. Shouldn't come into play. Maybe. Probably. Hopefully. So yes, now everybody is in the building. Rose is bleeding. The box is freed. Quentin is standing there. Okay. So they know we're here. Do we just want to screw stuff up? Or what do we want to do? We probably have a couple seconds before they come down here.
I mean, these things don't like fire, right? Can we like light something up? Can we
There.
like light something up between them and us and get going?
Well, they have a library. I'm sure that's extremely flammable. And I pulls one of the cylindrical objects out of his. Have something that goes boom and creates fire.
Oh, cool. You have fun with that.
Oh, well, Edgar, I'm sure you know how this works.
Yep.
Pull and throw. Gladys, do you have any input as to exactly how you would like to get to the garage from here? Screw stuff up and light the house on fire, or just run?
If we burn the house, we can burn them. So I say we burn them.
Good. And you proceed to the main room, the entrance. And at the top of the stairs, the butler is standing there. He's like, "Oh, well, I hope you enjoyed your stay. I'm not going to stop you. They don't pay me enough to stop you. Right through that door, by all means."
Insight check, I guess.
Go ahead. Wits and insight. Edgar, you have the -1 to wits.
And then we all roll that.
Yes, you can.
Only one.
It's an insight.
Yep.
Three.
I also got 3.
Okay. So he's not lying about they don't pay him enough to stop you. There may or may not be other things that you're gonna have to encounter once you go through that door, though. But that is the one to the garage.
What's in there?
Your truck, or bus?
What is in there?
Go find out. And he just walks away.
Just gonna shoot him.
Okay. Dexterity and firearms, please.
Just 3 dice. Stupid paladin. God damn it. 1.
He hears it go off and he just kind of like moves a little bit and goes thunk into the wall. I wouldn't do that again. You're wasting them. And Quentin's like, okay, so am I still burning the library?
Do it.
Probably going to go up the fastest.
Do it.
I'll give you backup.
Yeah.
And he kicks the double doors and they swing open. There's nobody in the library. And he pulls the pin, tosses it in. He's like, we need to run now.
Let's go.
And you've
Run
run to the
to-
garage.
Into the garage, kick the door in.
Okay. Can I please get everyone to give me a dexterity and stamina to figure out who goes in first?
Probably not Rose.
Is this a 1 or 2 dice penalty if we are taking 1 for physical?
One
Because it's
die.
2 physical stats.
Right, it's still 1 die.
Okay.
Rose is down, what, 3 now?
3.
Yeah.
So
I
I'm
rolled
literally
2.
just rolling dexterity.
Hey, welcome to my world.
2, or no, 1. 1. So yeah, not
Okay.
Rose.
So, Gladys and Edgar, please roll again. Because I also rolled 2, by the way.
2.
No blinks.
Okay. So, Quentin's the first one that goes through. He tosses and he's like, we gotta go as he's like running. He goes through the door and he gets clotheslined immediately when he gets into the thing. And it is the guy that questioned Rose and questions Quentin and questioned Gladys. He's like, you're not leaving so quickly.
Edgar's taking a shot.
Same with Rose.
Okay.
Gladys is pulling out the box.
4.
Okay. 4.
Also 4. Gotta bring more power too.
Well, that's not good.
How much willpower do you have?
No, that's
Yeah.
not good.
That's
Oh,
not good.
no.
That's not good.
And he just takes the shots at this point. After the first one, he goes to try to dodge. He just kind of gets hit. And he's like, fuck it. And he grabs Quentin by the top of the head and he's like, leave. This one stays. And Quentin's struggling, but it's not like he can do a whole heck of a lot. Would you all like to try to get Quentin out?
Is
Yep.
the guy bleeding?
Not what you would expect. It is black and it's viscous.
But there is blood of some sort.
One would call it vitae. But yeah.
Usable in the box, if needed.
Sure.
Sure, that's not reassuring, Dengle.
Probably. Let's put it that way.
Still not reassuring, Dengle.
So what would you all like to do?
Edgar's taking another shot.
Give us your name.
Okay.
You've done so much to us. Give us your name.
What? So you can put it on the box and unleash whatever that is on me. No, I'm not stupid. I've been around far too long for this.
Then I'll just open it
And it'll
and
kill
it'll
you as
get
well.
everybody.
And at this point, he's extra exuding the, like, I don't want to mess with him attitude. And he's like, do that and you will be eaten. You won't get a chance to burn from the insides. Would you like me to roll manipulation and intimidation, or would you like to just take willpower damage?
Willpower damage to what? Resist?
No, just take the willpower damage, or would you like to try to resist some of it? He's got a lot.
I don't think I can resist it.
Right. It would be a composure and resolve.
I've got 5.
So you might just take 4 if I roll all, and you roll all successes.
Yeah.
Would you like to roll,
I
or
would
would you
like to
like to just
not
take
be
averages?
Oh god. I'll just take the average. That's what I'm gonna roll anyway.
Okay, so I'll give you 2 willpower damage.
Oh boy, I'm into aggravated.
It's fine. It'll heal by the time the next one comes around. Now, Edgar is taking a shot. And this conversation is happening as he's getting shot, by the way, and he doesn't give a crap. So tell me how much damage I take.
4.
Okay, so 2. What does Rose want to do?
Rose is going to look at Gladys because this is technically Gladys's contact in her mind, at least.
Well, Gladys is probably shrinking back right now and like edging away from the guy.
Yeah, Gladys is working her way toward the buses. He also has Daunt on, which I didn't add to the average, by the way. You don't want me to.
No.
And take your geriatric friend with you. Leave now, or it will end the same way. And he just kind of squeezes, and Quentin's head goes pop.
Ugh, you guys are gross. Come on.
Gladys is gagging.
Yeah, Gladys is probably in the van by now. And the doors are actually being rolled up for you.
Not the van, her little mobile thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the van. We have the bus too. I'm sorry.
They're actually being rolled up for you at this point.
Good, we don't have to smash the bus through the garage door.
Is Edgar going with them or no?
Edgar is going to make his way to the van, and then he's going to let off one more shot before he jumps in.
This one he will try to dodge. And then there will be something that happens. He dodges it. I don't think you can roll high enough.
Okay.
I got a pair of crits and the rest are successes. And he's got quite a good physical pool. Um, However, he kind of quickly makes his way over to the van, and he grabs you and he smacks your head against the side of the van. So please give me a strength and brawl. Let me know how many you get.
1.
Okay, so you take 4 superficial damage, and it leaves a giant dent in the side of the van. Then he's like, "Leave now."
Okay.
And I assume that you all speed off into the wild black darkness.
Yeah. Bit recklessly.
A little bit. Um, and as you exit, you can see the bear is trying to fight off as many people as they can, and they're not going to win. You can try to help them; they're not going to win.
Mm-mm.
Rose is a
Let the
little
monsters take
preoccupied
care of
driving.
themselves.
Rose is a little preoccupied driving the bus.
Yep. You speed off into town and out of state because Connecticut's small, and you don't stop until you're probably Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Not really. You stop for gas, you stop for a little bit of food, but you don't sleep until then. And when you finally do realize that you're probably safe-ish, it's probably been 36 hours of driving because there's no interstates. It's all highways, it's all back roads. And Gladys, you finally like take stock of everything that's in there, and you do have something in your bag.
Okay. Gonna look at it.
It is a book.
Okay. What book?
It it is a book with just a bunch of phone numbers in it and a bunch of contacts. And the front very plainly has a big old Q on the front.
Oh.
It is his contact book.
When that happened.
Probably about the time that he was like, I might not make it out of it because this is going to piss them off.
Ah. Okay. Huh. I think she'll just kind of spend some time staring at it. Because she's not doing too great in the mental facilities right now.
At least she made it out the least messed up, I think.
Yeah.
Overall.
First time. First time ever.
Yeah. Overall. And as you do finally like figure out that you're okay-ish, we are going to kind of hand it over to all of you to have some conversations. And I'm going to shut up.
So we are not, we're just in like a hotel or motel or something like that, or meeting together in the bus in like a
The
parking
gas
lot or
station
something.
parking lot. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, well, we made it.
I guess
I
we
haven't
did.
felt this. I haven't felt this bad in a while.
Welcome to
even
how
I
I feel
got
after
hurt.
every time.
Even I got hurt this time.
He'll set the book on the table. Or on one of the surfaces. I don't know when he did this, but I have all of Quentin's contacts now. I have some calls to make soon when we get back to the garage, I think.
I think we all do.
Do we want to talk about it?
I will say this, that after a run like that, the offer from your friends, Edgar, is looking a little more tempting. I will say that.
Yeah, we definitely need some backup.
We definitely need better everything. This can't happen like this again. We will die. The only reason we didn't is because that monster came to save us.
Is she really that much of a monster if she saved us?
She didn't care about us. She didn't save us because we were people. She saved us to fuck over the vampires so they would starve.
I mean, I don't really know that much about the shape changers, but they don't really seem too different from what we're doing.
Yeah, until they lose control and rip through towns or cities and no one can stop them. What do you think Gareth does? He stops that. He does that. Anything that's inhuman has a chance to just kill us all.
I mean, what's the time? What's the date, Dangle?
I believe it is mid-August,
Of what year?
1942. To answer your probable question, yes. Everything is happening over seas.
I mean, I see your point, but it still doesn't sound that different from what humans do. I mean, again, I don't
Yeah,
know much about the shape
sure.
changers,
We
but
kill
all
each other. We've killed people. But you know what? We don't turn into a ravenous monster and rip people to shreds or eat them.
they do when they choose to become a vampire.
Yeah, a vampire, not a human. A monster.
All monsters have to come from somewhere, is my point. Speaking as someone who's seen people they love descend into monsterhood. Everything comes from somewhere.
Yeah,
Like it or
people
not.
can be bad. The beginnings of that can be in a person. But again, a person doesn't turn into a ravenous monster that squishes people's heads just because. Just because they decide they own them. Humans don't turn into animals and eat things and eat people. Humans don't go on rampages through towns, leaving carcasses of wolves everywhere and doing rituals and taking a baby. Humans don't do that. Monsters do.
Whatever. Sure. I don't think this is probably the best conversation to be having in this setting after all.
No, I guess not. And Gladys will go back to the van and start getting ready to drive.
By this point, you're tired enough that you could absolutely sleep. All of you could. And you do. And you wake up in the middle of the night and it's pitch black. Still warm because it is the middle of summer after all.
Dengle, you need to speak up or get closer to the mic.
Yeah. When you wake up, it is still warm. It's the middle of summer after all, even if it is Pennsylvania. But that's not the part that makes you uncomfortable. The part that makes you uncomfortable is you wake up to a knocking on the door of the bus.
Rose is in the bus, so Rose will go see what's going on.
Are we all on the bus?
I would assume so.
Okay, yeah. Rose just went, or Gladys just went to cool off before going to sleep.
Yeah. And it is a man in a well-tailored suit with a top hat. And he's like, "Oh, what you been doing?" I believe that you've had some issues lately. Want me to take
Um,
care of them for you?
Depends on who's asking and what the strings are attached.
And Gladys, you recognize the voice. Because I believe you were the one that talked to him the first time, right?
That was
Or was
Rose.
it?
Rose had the conversation with him.
Ah. So
Gladys has never seen him.
Rose, you recognize the voice. Or if you want me to just let them go and do their thing, they can absolutely do that. They're a step away from being hunted anyway. Give it time, they'll turn into a real monster. Or I can just put them on that path if you want me to. Make it a little bit less dangerous for everyone, and then you don't have to cash in your favor.
You seem awfully eager to help us.
Oh, I am, because of course I always get something out of the deals. And he smiles, and it's creepy. Can I come on?
No.
I don't think that would be the best idea.
I'm not gonna hurt you. If I wanted to hurt you, I'd just come on anyway. It's not
Mm,
like I actually have to ask to enter people's houses. That was just courteous.
and it is out of courtesy to people that are clearly not in the best mindset to be having this conversation. I would be happy to join you outside.
I would like to talk to everyone, see everyone's face. Just so I know who I'm actually making a deal with, maybe one day. Probably not, but there's always that possibility, isn't there?
That would
I
be
mean, you got
entirely up to them. And Rose will look at the others.
If you're going now, then might as well come with you. Just to make sure.
does
Gladys
Gladys stay
hasn't
on the
moved.
bus?
She
Okay.
will move to the door, but she is not fully stepping outside with them.
Okay. And he'll position himself to be able to look in the door and still look at everyone else. Now that's close enough to what I wanted. You sure you don't want me to take care of them? I can, like I said, put them on a path and they'll take care of themselves if you want me to do that.
What do you mean by put them on a path?
Well, more people will die because of them, but eventually, at some point, they're going to descend into madness, basically. Revert into what it is they are truly at the core of every one of us, and then they'll be hunted until they're dead. But that would require sacrificing people, but potentially more, or potentially less people than just letting them be to their own devices. Or you can owe me a favor, and I can take care of this one for you, collectively. And something tells me you don't want to owe me a favor.
We do not.
We did just empty their food supply, though, and if they survived, they're gonna try and restock that.
The choice is yours. I can walk away, let them go to their own devices. I can put them into a situation where they'll take care of themselves, or I can go take care of them myself.
And that's the one where we owe a favor.
Yes. The other two, not so much. Obviously, one I don't do anything. The other one, it's a very passive role. I'm not in any danger, but it takes care of the issue for you. It just will take some time.
I refuse to owe you something.
Okay. So one of the options is off the table. So do you want the problem gone sooner or later?
Gladys won't say anything else. Just kind of look to Rose and Edgar.
If we let you take the passive role, we don't know how long that's going to take. It could easily be a decade before they're dealt with.
Yes, but if I can get them into a specific place, I will tell you where that place is so you don't go there again.
Certainly
Or
is
we restock,
tempting.
resupply, and get allies and come back.
You don't think that he'll do the same? You- Or
Probably.
you can let his own kind take care of him. There's happenings in New York that I can make require his attention.
Let you deal with each other. That's what I say.
At least this way he might take care of more of us, right?
Kindred problems require kindred solutions. I believe that's the word they used. Yes.
Yes. I would stay away from New York for the foreseeable future. There's a war coming. They just haven't actually started it yet.
The city or the state?
City.
And why tell us?
Because you have my coins. Until you spend them, I don't want you to go anywhere. Sound good?
As good as a deal with the devil gets.
I'm not the devil. I just look like one sometimes.
Turn of phrase.
Very well. I will make sure they are requested in New York City. Stay out of there. Tell your friends to stay away as well.
Put the word out.
And he will just turn and walk away with that same whistle tune as always. And when he gets a handful of feet away, he just fades off into blackness. It's super creepy, but it seems fitting for who he is.
Start packing up since they're already awake.
Okay. And it takes you a couple days to get back. Does Gladys stop off anywhere?
How much out of the way would it be for her right now?
Not that far, actually.
During one of the rest stops, she'll go to the other two. I'm gonna go see Gareth before I head back. You two can come if you want, but I have to let him know about Quentin.
Something tells me it better that I not. At least not right now.
I'll meet him.
Okay.
Something tells me he has some useful information that I'm missing out on.
You met him before already.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got you silver stuff.
All right.
Yep.
Did you want to meet him a second time?
You can meet him at his house.
Sure.
So that is where we will pick up next time. Nichol's Cryptid Catchers. I hope that was fun for everyone. So
boy.
we will do our little wrap up here, and then we will go into after game talks. Um, so everyone that's here on Twitch, thank you for joining us. We appreciate you being here. If you want to see more of us, we usually play Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, which that will probably be changing relatively soon. But we will put that schedule out when we get closer to that point. So follow us, subscribe, which I don't think we can do subscriptions yet, but we're working on it.
We need more followers first.
Yes, we need more followers first. So
We're
please
getting
follow.
up there, though. We got 42. Thank you for the new subscriber. Just one tonight, I think.
Or subscribers, doesn't matter. Yeah. So yes, thank you. And I believe we have the link tree posted pretty much everywhere.
Our Discord link is broken, and I forgot to fix it. But if you want to join our Discord, just message one of us.
Yes. Message one of us. One way or another, we will get it to you. But on that link tree has links to like Instagram, Twitter. I guess it's called X now. Whatever, I don't care. We don't really use that one though, so
yeah.
And then obviously, once we fix it, the link to the Discord.
Yeah.
Twitch.
So my Discord handle is Feyla, Feyla, lowercase f. And so if you want a Discord thing and it's not fixed yet, please message me.
Yes, and mine is Dengle. Dengle. I'll also give that to you. I'm on there as well. You can find the link to Twitch if you don't have it. If you're watching on YouTube, or if you want to find the YouTube channel, you can also find that on there. Has links to Patreon, which we do have Patreon. If you want to give us money for doing a good job, we would appreciate it. You don't have to, because we understand that A, it's expensive to just give people money, and B, time suck. So if you can't do that, liking, following, subscribing, telling everybody that you know to come take a look at us, that'd be great. We also have a link on there that will take you to dicelegion.com. If you use that link, you get a certain percentage off dice. They don't have specifically D10 sets, but they do have sets of dice for everything. They also have stickers, keychains, I believe some clothing, and some dice trays, and a bunch of other stuff. They're really good people. It's a really small company. We've used them before. I was actually using some of their dice tonight for the other random rolls that I was doing, and we would be greatly appreciative if you supported them, because we do like them. So yeah, and obviously they have pretty things, because Dan has showed you. So yeah, that's pretty much everything we've got. Did I miss anything?
No, I think that's good.
Cool. So if you want to stick around for post-game talks, by all means, do that. If you don't want to, we will hopefully see you next time, which will be tomorrow, actually, which is weird.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. And yeah, so shouldn't be any spoilers ahead, but maybe Easter eggs ahead.
Yeah. Spoilers for other games, potentially.
Maybe. So, good night if you're leaving us. If you're not, awesome.
That game, Dingle. That game. I was worried
What?
there for a bit.
About what?
Let's see. Dying on the table to vampires.
No, I wasn't gonna make that happen.
Sure.
I called out when I said that girl was going to zero sanity tonight.
You did call it.
Yeah, you did. But yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. Lots of fun. So much fun. All of the fun. I
Yeah.
love the minor. I don't want to call it a battle, but the battle of wills that goes on between Rose and Gladys over monsters being monsters or not.
It's not even really a battle of wills, it's the battle of viewpoints.
Yeah.
Because Rose very much sees them as still people that have redeemable qualities, and Gladys does not.
Not at all.
Well, it's also there are some, but in Rose's mind, it's actually more reprehensible to her the people that choose to become those because um she and I kind of share the mind that the reason it's easy to say X person is a monster because they did this thing, they can't be human. But when you take the humanity out of the monsterness of their actions, the monstrosity, there's the word, it really kind of takes away from the understanding that anyone is capable of anything given the right circumstances.
I mean,
That's
Gladys
fair.
isn't fighting against that necessarily. She's saying the ones who are capable of inhuman feats of monstrosity are much worse than people, than humans.
It's an interesting dichotomy in viewpoints, and we'll have to see how it continues to play out.
Gladys is getting more and
I
more
mean,
vocal about this, and it's interesting.
yes. And Rose is being more and more vocal about people are monsters too. Just because they're actual monsters does not mean they're any more or less of a psychological one. I think is kind of where you're going with that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Gladys is acknowledging people can be awful, but monsters are worse.
Yeah.
Even the good ones.
Yeah. And how did you like? Well, first and foremost, who was Big Scary Vampire?
I know.
Are you talking about the bald one or the one we just fought?
The one that you fought. That just ate bullets. Like they were like, okay, cool, whatever.
Is it Cyril Sire?
Yes.
Did Charles and Cyril have the same sire?
No.
No.
They were briefly connected to the same general geological region.
I
And
asked this already.
yeah. No, because Cyril Sire was ninth generation.
Yeah, Charles was 13 and didn't know it. Someone lied to him. Someone lied to him hard.
Yeah.
I'm sure he took that well.
He loved Tori. What are you talking about?
Sure.
This is what I meant by spoilers for other games. Charles, that showed up tonight briefly, was my kindred's sire.
Yes, which was the one that was leaving the night prior. So yeah, that's the thing.
I kind of figured once Dengle said the name, I saw the look on your face.
Yeah.
Good
We had
times
talked
here.
about making this happen.
You told me you weren't sure if he was going to show up or not. name wise, if the name drop
Yeah.
would happen. So I was not expecting it.
I was leaving it to an awareness check. So, but then we had a nice little talk, and then there was motivation to be angry at people.
Yeah. Oh, and then we saw Cyril tonight.
Yeah, Cyril in the 40s. He still actually probably had the same humanity as he has now. I was about to say he had some humanity left, but no, probably not.
He's a 3?
Well, yeah, I guess he is a little bit higher here than he does now.
Fine. It's fine.
It's fine. But Cyril Sire was from the early 1700s, late 1600s. Yeah.
Yes, and Cyril Sire knows Cat.
Loosely. Very, very loosely.
They have probably brushed shoulders a few times because Cat said,
Yeah.
say hello to your sire for me.
Yes. Which is why I wanted to specifically make sure that he showed up at some point somewhere that would make sense.
Yeah. I love how interconnected these games are getting.
Yeah. And I think I just pushed everyone one step closer to saying, sure, we'll work for the government.
Mm-hmm. Now Gladys is already gonna, but oh yeah.
Look, if it keeps you guys a little bit safer, it's probably a good idea.
Are we still gonna be Nichol's cryptid catchers then?
Yes, because that's what you started out as. And it's a good front.
Yeah. Yeah. Um I feel bad about that bear.
That was 100% planned the entire time. You couldn't have saved it.
I know. I'm just saying. Like, I feel bad.
It was
I
the
was
last
hoping we'd
one.
come back. I was hoping we'd come back and drive the meat seagulls off our land.
Now we got Papa Samedi to do it.
No, you got him to have Cyril's
Sire
sire
pulled out.
actually join the Sabbat in New York instead of work with them.
Yeah. What good times we've already that we have pushed into being. We set our own path of destruction here. Dengle, what would you have done if we'd made another choice?
Other choice for what?
What would end up happening with Samedi?
You mean? Oh well, there would have still been a white-dom because torpor.
Well, we had already been told that Cyril worked with the Sabbat in New York by Cyril himself.
Yep, would have gotten him out and took him to New York.
Mm.
So yes, I had contingencies.
That's what I wondered.
I want to know what the Baron would have asked of us if we had taken his deal.
Me too.
Do you really want to know?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, you can shoot it to me in private chat if you don't want to say it out loud.
So effectively, you just would have been working for him as ghouls.
That would have been so much fun. Gladys would have hated herself.
Also, as we saw in our Cthulhu game, the Baron treats the schools well.
Yeah. Yeah, he would have had to do something to make sure Gladys didn't try to not be a ghoul anymore.
Yeah. Got a little bit into like prior traumas with everyone. That was fun.
Yeah.
Little bit of backstory stuff that we kind of already knew about for most everyone.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So was Quentin ready to die after his wife was killed? Is that what was going on?
I mean he was, but he walked through the door first, and then you guys pissed him off. So
We pissed him
you know,
off. We pissed,
yeah, as a general, when he so the
we pissed
first
Quentin
one,
off?
no,
No.
Oh, okay.
um, when he walked through the door, he was clotheslined, and then he got picked up.
Yeah.
And then he went to dodge the first one, and Bestial failed. So
Right.
it's like, this is my shit.
I meant because Quentin put that stuff in Gladys's bag.
Yeah, so that was in case if I don't make it out, at least somebody's got my shit. Like the important stuff, because he has more contacts than even Gareth does.
Oh, shoot.
So yeah, that was one of those, and I didn't want you to completely lose everything that you would have gained from him.
Yeah.
Which would have been some financial stuff, and the contact network just keeps growing.
I am going to add Quentin's book under our contacts list.
Yeah, which that has stuff in Europe as well as Canada.
Cool.
And the
So yeah.
States?
Yep. Every single state on the eastern seaboard. And bordering the Gulf of Mexico.
Oh. I like it.
So yeah. Lots and lots
Oh
of
boy.
contacts.
Lots and lots of people to talk to next game.
Yep, if you want to. And yes, I know this is only a two-parter, but it made sense to do it this way.
It would have felt too dragged out
Yeah.
for another one.
Yeah. Oh, and you all actually will be getting money from them.
Oh, we will?
Yeah, because it's one of those, well, we said we'd pay you if you found it, and you did, so.
So, Dangle.
What?
How much experience did we get?
1 from this game.
No bonus stuff?
You got a couple bonus things.
What?
You got a couple bonus things. Let's see here. You thoroughly investigated the house, which was one of them. You found all the secret shit. You didn't actually wait on the werebear to free you. You were attempting, because there was only one person that was going to be able to. because I knew that Rose and Edgar would absolutely be able to just like leather rip.
Yeah.
So I was like, let's make Gladys do it.
It took her so long.
Yeah.
It was a good opportunity to show her that she can do it.
Yeah. Sure.
Look on the bright side, at least a little bit.
No,
Yeah.
there's no bright side there.
You all were the worst captives ever, which
Good.
adds 1. So that's 3. The only thing that you missed, and I understand why you missed it, but you still missed it, is you didn't take anything out of the actual library before you blew it up.
I wanted to, but I wasn't sure if we had time. With it pushing into, nightfall. I wanted to so bad.
Rose probably would have tried just to be a dick if she hadn't been shot in the leg.
You could have mentioned something about it, and I probably would have let you just have something.
I said I wanted to.
They did? I didn't catch that. My bad.
I said I wanted to, but I don't think we had time.
During the game?
I'm fairly certain I did. I don't remember. We can go back and listen to it.
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. It wouldn't have, like I said, it would have just been one singular item. And if you did do that, I will award you the extra experience. If you did not, then
I mean, you know me. I love all of the books you give us in games, and I want them all.
Yeah. I will let you pick whichever book it is you want if you actually did say that. If not,
no. So the conversation went, I really want to, but I don't think we have time. So Gladys does this.
Oh, okay.
Like, I very much wanted to out of game, but knowing that we were coming into nightfall and we needed to get the fuck out of there before the bear was overrun and we were swarmed, I decided I didn't think we physically had time to do that.
To grab one thing, yeah, you would have.
We weren't in the library. That was just what was running through my head.
I know. I get it. How'd you like the butler?
Bastard. First mortal that Gladys has tried to shoot.
I noticed that.
Who said he was mortal?
We don't know if he wasn't.
He was a thin blood.
But again, we didn't know if he was or wasn't.
He was a daywalker, thin blood.
Nice.
Was he feeding off one of us at one point when I first woke up the first night?
No, he was just there.
He was a bastard, is what he was.
Yes, absolutely. 100%. He might pop up eventually somewhere else. Who knows?
Am I sitting at the correct amount of experience with about 40 right now?
That sounds about right, yeah.
Okay.
That's where I am too.
Okay. I just want to make sure. All right.
Oh, yeah, because I missed the one Utah episode. Yeah, that tracks.
I have a question.
Yes.
The global access.
Okay.
One, I don't have quite enough for it yet. I need one more experience. But I don't remember what it does. Again, I don't want to crash OBS. I have it written down as something I want. I just don't remember what exactly it does. And if it will fall in line with time frame.
Hunter is somehow able to circumvent the normal barriers to system intrusion and penetrate even the most secure digital systems. Let's see here. You can manipulate digital surveillance footage for watching Big Brother. All access passes bypass electronic locks and alarm systems. Money tap is manipulate financial data and move currency. And letter of the law is manipulate criminal records.
That's the one I'm most interested in.
So most of that you can do something with. The only thing that will technically not quite work the same way because of time frames is the digital lock ones.
Mhm.
Just means that you can get molds of keys and make them
Okay.
yourself.
I don't know if it's the next one I'm getting, but it's one I was interested in, and I remembered I wanted to ask about it.
Yeah. And you'll be able to intercept money transfers and kind of tap into CCTV. So yeah, that'll be fun.
I'll need to figure out what makes sense for her to go to, especially after this episode.
Yeah.
I don't have any more questions about the game.
Any questions from anyone else? I will take that as a no. And if you do, you can ask them later. So for any of you that have joined us for this long, for any of you that joined us this long,
For any of you who's joined us this long, thank you for sticking around with us. Please feel free to come to our next game, which will, if you're watching us live, will be tomorrow. And then the next one will be on Tuesday, where we wrap up. The one after tomorrow will be on Tuesday, where we wrap up Sabbat Week in Detroit.
and then the fun happens.
Then the fun happens. And then on tomorrow's game, where post Sabbat Week, and where that fun is happening.
Yes. So, we hope to see everyone at all of the times, and we will give updates as we need to.
Yes.
Have a good evening,
Farewell.
or morning, or afternoon, whatever.